Well, I'm lucky enough to be sitting with Dr. Rodney Young. We're talking specifically today, Mari, about cancer and how it impacts people in our community. But there is some encouraging news. New data shows survival rates are on the rise and more patients are living longer. Dr. Rodney Young with the Texas Tech University Health Science Center joining us to talk about what's changing in cancer care and what it means for local patients. Dr. Young, thank you so much for being here. And again, this is big news for people in our area.
Yeah, it's nice. It's just big news for everyone.
Right.
So we just crossed a threshold that we've pushed at for years but haven't crossed, which is right now, if you get a new cancer diagnosis, 70%, 7 out of 10 of those people will still be alive 5 years from now. And we were far from that some time ago, but things have come a long ways.
What is driving that increase?
Well, it's probably
in the good numbers?
multifactorial. Yeah, one of the main things is that we get the message out about screening. So there's a lot of different cancer awareness programs, walks and things like that, where people get information and they get screened earlier. And early detection with cancer is huge. If we catch a cancer at a very early stage, it's typically much more treatable and oftentimes more curable too. So early detection is big. The next big thing is that our cancer therapies have come a long way. You know, I wouldn't say gone are the days. There's still a lot for cancer patients to go through, but a lot of the modern therapies are more targeted, so they don't make them quite as systemically ill overall. And some of the newer therapies, the immunotherapies, really are great pairings with that. So the therapies are more effective, people can survive it and live longer with those things.
For people at home who have read the news articles or seen on TV where more people are being diagnosed with cancer. That is a big headline that people see that. But what's important for people to understand when they see that headline?
Well, it's important to understand that more diagnosis, obviously we don't want more cancer, but if the cancer is there, we want to know about it. So more people are willing to come to medical care, to screening events, and undergo detection that allows treatment. So it's better to know than not know because we have better therapies available early.
You were talking about those survival rates, and a big part of that, like you just said, is the screening.
Yeah, the fact that you get people earlier in the process in and of itself will help to improve your survival rates. But when you pair that with the modern therapies that we have available, there's a lot of folks now who have cancer where once upon a time they would have very toxic and very burdensome treatment courses, where now the modern therapies for the same cancers, they go to work the next day.
What do you think is the biggest change that has happened that has allowed us to increase those survival rates?
Well, cancer research has done a lot to modernize those treatments and make them more targeted. In general, the whole concept of something goes wrong in the body that's going to lead to develop cancer, there's a deficiency in our immune surveillance. But a lot of the modern therapies both target the immune system and more specifically target the cancer. So the collateral damage of toxicity to tissues that aren't supposed to be harmed, that used to be harmed by treatment, we just don't see near as much of that.
Well, I'm glad that we brought you in because there's hope there. And again, if you haven't done your screening and your annuals, please get those things done. Early detection is key, and Dr. Young, we appreciate you for always carrying the banner of that and telling us to stay with it.
I appreciate it. Thanks for the opportunity to be
Dr.
here.
Young, thank you. We've got more Studio 4 coming up after this quick break, and I want